sorry, guys. Just so I'm in Canada, if you can maybe someone can clarify for me. In terms of forbearance, from what I understand, the government has extended that to the June. Is that correct, or is it something we need to be concerned about?
Yes, you can't. So this is the thing: if you're not paying back your loans, no one's going to give you more money to borrow more money. So if you're in forbearance, the forbearance has
Right.
to be up to date, and you be showing a pattern of repayment before a lender's going to be willing to lend you money. So if you're telling the lender in a forbearance, I am struggling to pay my bills because of a hardship, why would a lender want to lend you more money when you already told us that you're having a hardship right now? So if someone says they have a forbearance, then they know, look, you shouldn't be doing any investing right now until you make the bank whole again. Then you'll be able to be eligible for new financing at that point once you are no longer suffering your hardship.
Okay. Now that has been extended though by the government to the end of June. Is that correct, or?
So just because it's out there doesn't mean, so there's different things. There's foreclosure moratoriums or eviction moratoriums.
Right.
That's one thing. There are forbearances, and some people, some banks are doing different forbearances. Not everybody is in a forbearance plan, but if a person is in a forbearance plan, then realistically they can't do anything until they're out of it. So it doesn't even matter when it ends. They can't be currently in forbearance applying for new financing. So it's mute when it
Right.
ends.
Okay.
It ends when basically, are you still in forbearance? If there's yes to that
Right.
question, then there's no funding for you right now.
Okay. Makes sense.
And not to worry, Mark. Every client out there isn't in forbearance. As far as business funding is concerned, not every client out there either is a default merchant.
Right.
And so but at the same time, if they have defaulted, they're not going to get a loan. If they have an open bankruptcy, they're not going to get a loan. You will encounter these things. So just kind of view those terms as a negative word, and when you hear that, just kind of move on to the next one. Make sense?
Okay. Makes sense.
Awesome.
Thanks a lot.
You got it, Mark. Hey, Dave, you had a question or you wanted to say something?
Hey, all right. Yeah, no, I just want to add. So, Mark, in terms of forbearances, though, one way to think about that in terms of our business from a real estate funding perspective is, I think that, in the coming months, a lot of these forbearances are going to really hurt a lot of homeowners who didn't realize that not all the banks are just tacking it to the end of their loan. And what I mean by that is, say you're in forbearance for 4 months and it's over. Some of these banks are going to say, hey, you owe us all those 4 months on day 121. That in turn is going to, in my opinion, create a lot of foreclosure, a lot of distressed homeowners. And in turn, a lot of real estate investors, and I'm one of them, are going to be looking at that as an opportunity to buy. So that's a rationale to look over these forbearances rules and kind of keep an eye on when a lot of investors are going to see opportunity that we could fund their deals for them.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thanks, gents. Thank you. Dave, thanks for those additional bits of information. All right, everybody. Mark, did that answer all your questions?
Yeah, it did. Thanks.
Terrific.